Well, YouTube, Ronin Kazi, a double prop day, and headset. Hoodie, not zipped up. I'll zip it up during the recording. Well, YouTube, things have come full circle. As you know, I've been having quite the time. Almost lost my faith. This is an old callback, but there used to be a group called REM, Losing My Religion. Didn't lose it, YouTube. Didn't lose it. What happened was I doubled down. So, first off, what I'm showing you is we're playing Red Dead Redemption on an iPad. This is kind of what I'm hoping to do all this time. All right, I love the iPad. I tried to edit a video on my iMac or my Mac Mini. No thanks, YouTube. I'll take the screen touch for the win and the light 12 ounces, however many ounces, how many grams it is, YouTube. It's just wonderful. And I was excited that it could use Lumafusion on the Mac Mini, but it's not the same, doesn't operate the same, it's kludgy. It's one of the few times I've ever seen a, open up my YouTube TV so I can see my, if you ever seen Love at First Sight, there's Kevin McCarthy, who was the coach, used to be the coach for Green Bay Packers, looks like the Ed guy. Sorry, Kevin. Anyways, it's the only time I've seen the iMac or the M4 chip fail. It was just miserable. It could run it, but not like as smooth as on the iMac. They both have M4s. Definitely never sway from this. Running, let me tell you why an iPad's great for making videos. First off, you have GarageBand. You can make your own royalty-free music. Lumafusion, it's super fast to encode videos. Touch, you can use a pen. It's just fantastic. And you can hook it to a monitor, but really, if you get, it's the best. Hands down. Now, we're on a Linux journey, YouTube. We're playing games. And all of this, you heard me whine about, I can't run my hard drive, YouTube. So that led me to look at Fedora. I had loaded Fedora because I botched up my catchy because I had tried to edit my Fstab. I didn't know how to do anything. It was horrible. Didn't know where the directions were. Didn't know anything. But this is what's great. So, in the process, I loaded Bazzite. Bazzite is immutable, which means it needed 17 gig or 18 gig of space to load the operating system, all the apps it was going to give you. Can't stand that. So I immediately, it barely got warm booting up, and I was like, oh no. It was hard to write it because it's only going to use a partition that's 20 gigabytes. So if you're going to run, and it takes longer because it's a 14 gigabyte ISO. So if you're going to do Bazzite, you got to have at least, let's say, a 32 gigabyte. 16 would be cutting it close. I would just get a 32 gigabyte, which is basically what you can get anyways. USB, ISO it onto there, put it on. I wouldn't recommend it. So then I crawled back to Nobara, and when I tried to do virtual machines, it was a problem. There were some other things, and I was just like, why am I doing this to myself? It has no other benefits. I thought it was a little more, it couldn't do what I wanted. It has an auto mounter. So I went back to Catchy this morning. Now, I want you to think about this. I was like 8 hours in one day. I kind of know what I'm doing now, right? Because I've messed up so much, YouTube. Like I said, necessity is the mother of invention. You're seeing gameplay, right, on the iPad. Graphics are great. I want you to think about the Mac Mini can basically play any game if I can get it to run. If I can get the compatibility layers running, it runs any game. Doesn't have the has a graphics card in it, but it's not the same, right? It's great. It's a great system. It's $599. It's great. I would always get more memory and get a bigger hard drive, right? That's what I'm going to tell you. Yeah. And you can always put in, and the thing is, external drive on the Mac Mini is no problem. All right, all that being said. So this morning I'm like, remember I gave my 2 catchy USBs to someone else, so now I have to burn Bazzite. So this is what I did over the past 24 hours. Burn Bazzite on it. Well, first I woke up and burnt Nobara on it, got my thing in Nobara, reloaded Nobara. Then said, well, if I'm doing this, I might as well try Bazzite. I keep calling it Bazzite. Went, got Bazzite, downloaded that, took forever, made an ISO. At one point, made an ISO just from a command line in Linux, no program. This Balin Etcher thing, someone, when I was looking up, someone said it had malware in it at one point, so I was just like, screw it, I'm going to do that. Couldn't do it, had to load it up on different systems. All my other systems are catchy. So, once I got Nobara working, then I got catchy, overwrote everything, boom, done. When I'm going to sleep last night, I'm looking at videos. Hey, there's how to load, right? There's a bunch of videos on how to load Steam games on an external drive. So I look at it, I follow it. It's a video, a guy named Leech Linux. I subscribe to his channel. That video was very succinct and how to do it, right? So as I was dozing off, that's what kind of nerd I am. I was like, tomorrow. Today is tomorrow. And we got Red Dead Redemption on an iPad, YouTube. So we're only 15 years behind. We're getting there, YouTube. I like it because you could have all your stuff with you, right? That would be the key to that. You'd have all your stuff with you. Anyways. So now I got to reinstall Catchy onto, but I'm smart enough now to use my installations, even a live installation, and I'll download the stuff. So even if I put the live USB in, I can make it work. I'll download a couple packages and do it. Because as you use it more and you have a desire, this is what I told you about Linux in the whole first place. As you have a use case that you've got to do, use case that you have to do, you'll figure out how to do it. Or you'll break and put Windows back on YouTube. Don't do it, YouTube. Don't do it. So, got everything loaded up, booted it up. That means I got to get my USB keyboard back out, USB mouse, because blah, blah, blah. So I'm doing all this stuff. Sorry, YouTube. Get Catchy back, and it's just like a good old friend. Nothing wrong with it. Don't miss any of the tools that we're in. Nothing against Nobara, just not for me. Clyde, not for me. So, get Catchy, booted up, boom, great. Now, I immediately go to editing my Fstab, because in this thing that this guy's telling you, you're going to edit your Fstab. But I don't know, once you've blown something up and it's not the end of the world, YouTube, think about this in your life. Even, remember I said, go talk to that person you think's cute and go talk to them, say hi, and let's go out. The worst you could do is blow up your system and have to reinstall it. Right? Just go do it. Go have fun. It's that time of year. Roxy, I'm not going to promise this, but Roxy will come over and set up your Linux system for you. So anyways, I get it on there. I start editing. I follow the video line by line. I'm doing everything exactly. I'm changing the things. Now, part of this is changing the ownership and changing the modifiers on the permissions on the files. And in the process of doing this, you're seeing what this guy does to make it work. That time out, YouTube. How do you learn? Are you a person that has to read something to do it? Are you a person that looks at someone doing it and you can do it? Are you a person just got to try, you got to do it yourself? Don't help me, let me figure it out myself. I'm a person, I got to see someone do it. So you can imagine, like when I went into the Coast Guard, when they're putting out a fire, I'm never the first in line back then. I didn't know how to, the fire hose works like this, it's off, and then you push it forward to be on, and then you pull it back for it to be off. I don't know how to do that. I'm just some city kid. So I'm seeing everyone else do it. Then I'm like, I could do it. Like in my head, the people in front, I'm like, you're a scrub. And as I get closer and closer to the front of the line, like I'm defecating bricks, YouTube. Because now I'm nervous, now I'm going to be the person. Did it, loved it. What was great about the Coast Guard for me, it took all those anxiety, like I don't know how to do it, and I practiced so much where I just became super proficient at it. And it kind of was a culmination, like I was great in college. In high school I was average. In college I had freedom to be more intellectually adventurous and smarter, and I wasn't going to be beaten up because I knew things. Like that was lauded, not, you know, you're too smart to hang out with us. Right, and then that culminated in the Coast Guard where I could just run as fast as I could, and I literally just did everything as fast as I could. There's Pink. Pink, you want to say hi to everyone? There's his tail, and I'm screwing up the camera, Pink. Come here, Pink. Sorry, everyone. I'm telling you how I learned and how the Coast Guard was good for me, and I learned. Hey, Pink, how you doing? Now get off. And Roxy doesn't like that he comes in here. Okay, so that's how I learned. So I watched that guy doing it. I did it, and then I switched stuff. I had a feeling now it would work because I had a problem with the permissions before. I think. But I do the Fstab thing. I didn't do it exactly. Reboot the system. And then nothing. Hung. In electronics, they have that too. So I used to wire up automation systems in a previous life in a job. When I first got out of the military, they made me an automation tech. I wasn't an automation tech. I'd gone to ET school for a little bit, but I could read. So, and what the electricians always said, or electronic people said, when you power up, you're waiting for the puff of smoke, the smoke test. So that's what rebooting your system is, right? So I reboot the system and it hangs. Oh God, YouTube, I'm gonna have to. And in my mind, I'm going to have to reinstall Linux again because that's a hammer. So I know that works. So I boot into the live system. And now I'm looking to see if I can, so I mount the hard drive, the previous hard drive. It doesn't let you go in there willy-nilly. It kind of abstracts it. So it's not just obvious, but I click around enough. I find it. I do it. I just edit I find the file. I edit it. Delete that line. Restart, restart, restart. I'm back in business. I'm excited, YouTube. So what would a normal person do? They'd probably start recording their games and recording their videos. Nope, YouTube. I have to fix it. So I go on their YouTube and I edit the Fstab. It's Setter Fstab again. And this time I'm like, okay, I've changed things. Before it was a folder. Now I renamed the whole drive. Not a folder. I renamed the whole drive to this thing. I'm going to just mount that whole drive and blah, blah, blah. Do it all. Type it correct. Everything. Smoke test. There's smoke. Blew it up again. But now this time I've recovered from this error like 3 times. So it's like 5 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Every time. I'm going to tell you what an optimist I am. Every time I would finish, I would take the keyboard and put it back in its drawer. And I have to hump it back out. So everything's out here right now. So, Red Dead Redemption, I'm riding my horse, going around with the woman, using here's another great thing about the iPad, linked up a PlayStation 4 controller, and that's how I was doing it. It was great, so I'm really happy with that. And I'm happy that the game, we'll see how the game is. I don't know if I'm going to subject you to it, but just know that I got it. If there's a better game, I might. So, reboot, catchy, hangs, go in, recovery, blah, 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 delete the line. Now I just do it. Now at this point, though, I have changed a non-Linux drive, like an external drive to it. With all the permissions and ownership and all that's changed. So I load Hades 2 on it, and I load Fallout 76 on it. Hades boots right up. I load Hades first. It's only 10 gigas. Load Hades up. Boom, it runs. I restart it. Instead of running it again, then I boot up Fallout 76, load that for a couple of minutes while I start getting this video ready. I'm starting to edit it on the iPad. It gets installed. I load it up. It works. So then I restart the system. Sorry, YouTube. One more smoke test, boom, it works. So that's yesterday. I told you about make or breaks. That's the thing that I mainly want to do. I just want it. So now what I have to do is on my external drive, which is similar to the other drive. I had to change the permissions on that. And that might be a little bit different because I have other files on it. So can I do it to just a folder? In my mind, it would say yes, but I don't know. But I'll try it. So I'd stay with Catchy. I don't like Bazzite at all. Nobara is based on Fedora, and it was okay. But I like Arch. I feel more comfortable with it. It suits me, right? For whatever reason. It's on all my other systems. It was very familiar to get in. But most of that's KDE. So Nobara had KDE. So if I really told you what I didn't like about, hey YouTube, Ronan Kazi, holy mackerel, glasses and everything. That's 3 props. I don't know if you want to see my BCDs. I got a call from my wife in the middle of the video, and it destroyed my audio recording. So I probably like KDE. And that's what's the make or break for me at this point. I'm just making sure I can look at the timeline and see how much time is left. I appreciate you watching the video. More things happen with pads. The iPad is super powerful with the M4. It can run everything. It's kind of what I think is the future of computing, but we'll see. If you can't play games, then who cares, right? I appreciate everyone hanging around. And yeah, so I'm on Catchy now. I got things a lot more, I have more experience with it. I know how to use it better, not giving up. Although I thought about buying Windows 11 Pro again, but I didn't, YouTube. I just buckled down and did it. I didn't know how to do it. Now I know how to do it. I am more comfortable doing it. It's the fear of the unknown that we all have. So just don't give up. You can power through a lot of stuff. It just takes a little bit of, you don't even have to read anymore. All you got to do is watch a video. And, you know, I was like, why don't they have it so someone can do it? I understand why people tell you that, you know, you can't make a tool for it. You'd have to change the whole operating system to make it like dummy-proof. Windows and Mac. So, Linux forever. I don't know, not forever, but still with Catchy. Thanks for watching. I won't kill you with Red Dead Redemption always, but I wanted you to see that was played on an iPad. Have a great one, YouTube. Thank you. Ronan Kazi out.